Let's get into the Raider rumors right now. And first one I want to talk about, of course, is if you've been out of the country under a rock, there's a lot of talk about Deebo Samuel. He wants out of San Francisco. So I want to talk about that as far as the rumor mill goes. So here's his stats right here. He was number 3 in PFF. Had a huge season last year, his 3rd season. Usually wide receivers make that breakout in their 3rd season. Ended up with over 1,400 receiving yards, but he also ran the ball over 350 yards, had 14 total touchdowns. And in the playoffs last year, he played in 3 games, including the NFC Championship, had nearly 300 total yards rushing and receiving and 2 touchdowns. A dynamic playmaker. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys think we should go after him? The Raiders should go after him as a team? And overwhelmingly, you guys said no, the price would be too high. And honestly, I got to agree with you on this. We got to shut the door on this because to me, it's not feasible. I think if we didn't get Davante Adams, this might be a good move for us, but we've already spent the money. We spent draft capital. We traded our first 2 picks for Davante Adams. And frankly, I think Davante Adams is better than Deebo Samuel, is more proven anyway. Remember, Deebo did this in 1 year. In 2020, he only played like 5 games. He is a good talent, but I'd rather have Davante. And frankly, I don't think we can afford both and cure what we need to cure on the offensive line and on the defensive side of the ball. Now, the other rumor I want to talk about, well, kind of some rumors that are going around. Now, Dave Ziegler, general manager, did what they call a pre-draft press conference, and it had a lot of people talking in social media circles. Not only that, and YouTube land and that, but also talking about what his game plan would be. And a lot of people are saying, well, you know, he kind of spilled the beans on what he was going to do and all this other stuff. But it's not just them. It was actually Raiders.com put this article out saying Dave Ziegler gives his blueprint for the type of players he wants looking in the draft. Yeah, kind of. I think that's a little bit clickbaity, to be honest with you. Hey, Terry Taggart, I see you in here. Welcome to the program. But I'm going to go over what kind of bullet points what he said as far as players go. Now, number 1, he said he wants some versatility, of course. Like he said, he talked about this before with the offensive line in an initial interview, you know, what in guard, tackle, versatility. And it kind of makes sense. The next one he talked about is having good character. He wants good people. He wants people that are team players. And frankly, we heard this from the last regime also. It's not a whole lot of weight in my opinion because, you know, we drafted Damon Arnett swinging guns around and all that, even though they said they wanted character people. But those are kind of the standard answers. But they did ask him specifically in the 3rd round, what would you want to go after? And he basically said he would want to go after the best available player. He doesn't want to get locked into the fallacy that you have to fill your needs and then forego a superior talented player at another position. You should get that player and then fill out your needs later on with other draft picks or using free agency. And you know what? A lot of people said, well, he gave away his draft plan. And honestly, I don't see it. I mean, this is a lot of coach speak, or in this case, GM speak. This is not really spilling the beans. This is more like common sense to me. And even if he is targeting a particular position, why the heck would he want to give that away and give away his advantage, right? He's a general manager. He might want to move up. He might want to move back. If he's saying that he wants to go after a right tackle or something like that, and he's in the draft, people are going to try to fleece him to try to move up to go get a player. It didn't make any sense. I think it was kind of more clickbaity and, you know, kind of ginning up the hype for the draft itself.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.